I never thought I'd be the kind of guy who had to question whether he was being lied to. Before all this, I was just a husband. A good one, I think. My name's Aaron, and until a few months ago, I thought I was in a healthy, if not perfect, marriage. Laura and I met 5 years ago in a bookstore. Yeah, the kind of story people laugh at now, but we really did reach for the same book. She joked that we'd have to share it, and I made her coffee instead. We got married within a year. I was a software engineer, always a little more introverted, and she was a freelance wellness writer. She ran a blog and started dabbling in fitness, influencing photos, reels, collabs with brands. At first, it was fun watching her build a following. I even helped her edit some of her videos. We laughed a lot back then. That's why I didn't think anything of it when she started training at this high-end gym near our place. She told me she'd found a great personal trainer who also helped her plan content. The guy's name was Troy Young, ridiculously fit, one of those guys who never wears sleeves and probably doesn't own a shirt that covers both shoulders. I figured, hey, if he's helping her brand grow, good. I trusted her. But slowly, she started pulling away. Not overtly. Just, subtly. She came home later and later from workouts, always claiming she had a shoot or was grabbing a smoothie with the team. Her smile changed, too. Less present. Her eyes seemed somewhere else, like her body was here, but her mind was already a few blocks away. I asked her once, "Everything good?" And she gave me the kind of smile that felt like a shut door. "Yeah, just tired. You know how it is." I nodded, even though I didn't know anymore. The night it happened, I thought nothing of it. I was working late on a project, coding through the evening with music playing low in the background. Lara had gone out to the gym around 5, texting me a heart emoji and a photo of her yoga mat rolled up by the front door. By 10, she still wasn't home. Around 10:30, I finally called her. No answer. When she came in just before midnight, she was flushed. Her hair was tied up, but messy. Her tank top was different from the one she'd left in. I noticed her gym bag wasn't with her. "Left it in the car," she said, too quickly. She kissed me on the cheek, avoiding my mouth. "Sorry, got caught up doing content planning. Troy and I found this great rooftop spot. Sunset shots." She was excited. Or pretending to be. I couldn't tell. "Sounds fun," I said, not trusting my own voice. That night, she showered twice. Once when she got home, and again in the morning. I hadn't seen her do that since our honeymoon. The truth came out 2 weeks later, not because she told me, but because I found her second phone. She always used it for work, saying it was her influencer line, business only. But one night while she was asleep, it buzzed with a name I didn't recognize. Troy flexed biceps fire. Curiosity won. I opened the phone. I wish I hadn't. There were texts, explicit, flirty, unapologetically intimate. Voice memos where he called her my fit queen and she giggled like she did when we first started dating. A video clip of them in a dimly lit locker room, clearly post-coital, both smiling at the camera like they had just won something. I sat there, phone in hand, staring at her sleeping next to me. I wanted to wake her up and scream. I wanted to throw that phone out the window, out of my life. But instead, I got up, went to the kitchen, and stood there, numb, drinking water I didn't even want. That was the moment I realized my marriage wasn't just in trouble. It was already broken. I was just the last to know. I didn't confront Lara right away. You'd think catching your wife in a betrayal that raw would trigger a storm, yelling, tears, maybe throwing things. But that first night? I said nothing. I needed time to think. To breathe. The next few days were surreal. I watched her move through our house like nothing had happened. She kissed me goodbye before heading to her morning shoot, and I kissed her back, tasting the lie on her lips. Every moment she looked at me and smiled, I felt like I was watching someone else wear my wife's skin. What ate me alive was how normal she acted. Like she still loved me. Maybe, in her mind, she did. I don't know. But her version of love didn't match mine. Eventually, I talked to a lawyer. Quietly. Just to know my options. We didn't have kids, but our finances were intertwined: mortgage, savings, that joint account she used to fund her influencer gigs. The lawyer was calm, clinical. "You have solid grounds," he said. "You've done nothing wrong." It didn't feel like a victory. It felt like preparing for war I never wanted. 3 days later, I decided I had to tell her. Not to argue. Just to lay it bare. I asked her to come home early that evening. Said we needed to talk. She walked in, hair up in that messy bun, wearing one of Troy's brand's shirts. I recognized it from his page. My hands trembled. "What's up?" she asked, setting her water bottle down. "You okay?" "No," I said plainly. "I know, Laura." She blinked. "Know what?" "About you and Troy." For a moment, her face went completely still. No blink, no breath. Then her voice cracked just a little. What are you talking about?" I held up her second phone, powered on. Opened the gallery. Her eyes dropped. Then she sank onto the armrest of the couch like her knees had forgotten how to be knees. "I didn't mean to," she started, but I held up a hand. I wasn't ready for the apologies, or the excuses, or the self-pity. "How long?" I asked, flat. She swallowed. Just a couple months." "That rooftop shoot? The late nights? All lies?" "I never wanted to hurt you," she said, crying now. I felt seen. With him. I felt wanted again. "And I didn't make you feel that way?" "It's not that. You're safe, Aaron. You're good." But somewhere along the line, I stopped feeling alive. Her words hit like punches wrapped in silk. "So you found someone who made you feel alive? After a workout? On a rooftop? Like a story you could post?" She buried her face in her hands. "I didn't plan this." "But you let it happen," I said. "Again and again." She nodded slowly. "I'm filing for divorce." That broke her. She stood, stepped toward me. "Please. Aaron. We can fix this. It was a mistake." "No," I said. "It wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. Over and over." I packed a bag that night. Left her standing in the doorway with tears on her cheeks and her phone buzzing in her hand. I didn't look back. In the weeks that followed, I moved into a small rental across town. I started going to therapy not because I needed to be fixed, but because I needed someone to help me process what the hell had just happened to my life. I started running. Just around the block at first, then longer. Something about feeling my heart beat again, on my terms, made the days a little less heavy. I changed my number. Deleted all our old pictures from my phone. Except one. It was from the day we moved into our first apartment. We were sweaty, smiling, surrounded by boxes. I kept it not because I missed her, but because I wanted to remember who I was before the deception, before the betrayal. Now, months later, I still think about Laura sometimes. I wonder if she stayed with Troy or if he lost interest the minute the thrill faded. But I don't check. I don't stalk her socials or ask mutual friends. That chapter is over. This story doesn't have a tidy bow. I didn't meet someone new. I didn't reinvent myself. But I did survive. And some days, that's enough. Some days, I even run past our old gym. And I smile. Not because I miss her. But because I finally know what freedom feels like.